Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here, and today I'll be reviewing H20 Just Add Water, Season 3, Episode 20, Queen for a Day. This episode is just downright funny. I mean, this whole idea is just sad, it's just unfortunate circumstances. Okay, so Bella starts getting horrendous hay fever, and that also affects her powers. So every time she sneezes, it turns any liquids into jelly, and that's very unfortunate. She's trying to practice, and with every breath, trust me, Bella, I know how you feel. Me and my mother suffer the worst case of hay fever. I know what that feels like. You think, oh, it's starting to cool down, and then honestly, that feeling never stops. And it starts affecting her performance. And the funny thing is, it was the aftershave that Willow was wearing the whole time. Honestly, when Ricky finds this out, it's pretty funny. I mean, she's looking at a photo of her, Cleo and Bella together. She takes a whiff of the aftershave she sees on his desk at his shack. She starts sneezing, and then boom, it puts two and two together. Honestly, Ricky, throughout this whole episode, strong girl. After dumping Zane, which is the smartest thing she's ever did, she 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 pretty much becomes her own self, and I like that. She pretty much goes back to her old self, pretty much. I mean, Ricky, you just keep being you. Oh yeah, there's Sophie. Yeah, Ricky is not the manager anymore, so Zane logically hires Sophie, and sadly she makes some changes that result in getting a staff member fired. More on her later, and almost getting Bella, Nate, and the band fired. Eee. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she does have the legal right to do that. She is the manager now. Something that I think was planned from the beginning. I mean, after she got fired, I think she starts wringing out her revenge. Soon she kisses Zane. Zane and Ricky break up. Zane's in trouble. Sophie comes to help. Boom. She's rehired, not just as another staffer, but as the manager. The conniving she is, I'll tell you what. But that's just my theory. Bella's sneezing gets so bad that Cleo has to step in, and if you've watched Season 1, Episode 12, you know that it's a disaster. Poor Cleo. Honestly, Nate is also great. I mean, Nate is comforting to both Bella and Cleo. In his own special way. I mean, he tries to move in on Cleo, even though she's clearly still seeing Lewis, but he doesn't push it too far like he did in Season 2. So, it's kind of sad, and it's sad and pathetic that he tries multiple times and just ends up getting rejected every time. Oh, and Kim, after seeing Sophie firing that waitress, again, more on her later, because, found something out very interesting. I'll give Kim credit. She does exactly what you thought she would after being hired at the cafe. Thanks that, she's knowledgeable. I mean, when Cleo makes her, Dawn, and Sam dinner, Kim goes into the whole hygienic route, and yeah, she is accurate. True, yes, she does that from Sophie, but it's Kim. What do you expect? And And the scene where Kim gets fired by Sophie for something that was completely out of control, you gotta admit that is satisfying, sad, and funny at the same time. I mean, sad that it's out of Kim's control, funny because it happened to Sophie, not Kim, which after everything Sophie did in the last episode, it's the instant karma, and sad because satisfying because of, well, Kim chastising Cleo for, not being clean. That was weird. But eventually everything clears out from Bella. For honestly, the scene where Kim talks to Cleo about the employment is a pretty nice scene, and it's kind of nice that Kim is for once nice to Cleo. I won't get a job until I'm the boss. Very Kim. Very Kim. Of course she would say that. I like that Bella ends up saving the day after figuring out the aftershave problem. Now, before I finish off, I have been getting comments about the Mako Island connections. And I am talking about by one subscriber, Laser125. Now, before you leave it in the comments, I am going to bring this up because it is a pretty big deal. Okay, so remember that waitress that Sophie fired in front of Kim? I did some little research. The waitress, whose name's Susie in the end credits, is played by Gemma Forsyth. Why do I bring this up? Because Gemma Forsyth played Eve in Mako Island, in the Mako Mermaid Island of Secrets. Yeah, that Eve. I think who is Zach's girlfriend? I've seen a little bit of the show, but never watched a single episode. But I do recognize her. And, you know what Eve's last name was in that show? McLaurin. Yes, McLaurin, as in Lewis's actor Angus McLaurin. I do like finding this info out and making little connections between H20 and Mako Island and Mako Mermaids. I just wanted to bring this up just in case you leave it down in the comments. Oh, you didn't know about this? Well, I do now. So, that's my review of episode 20, Queen for a Day. I think it's a funny episode. Bella and the constant sneezing, Kim getting wrongfully fired, Sophie getting what she deserves, and Ricky just being strong as ever. Honestly. Oh, and poor Cleo. She almost got the band fired. Oh, poor Cleo. Next week I'll be looking at episode 21, The Jewel Thief. Oh boy. I sense a bird episode coming my way, don't I? Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.